place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another week. This week I have a topic that's really close to my heart. I think in triathlon and endurance sports, everybody likes to talk about training and see the training, and I'm fascinated with that as well. But not today. No training. You're not going to be following along for training, but something that I really think we should talk about more. So the mind is the topic of today, and in detail how to deal with doubts. So doubts is something that everybody experiences from top to bottom. Absolutely normal, it's absolutely human. That's something you have to accept first. And then I will talk a little bit about talent. To be honest, I don't think I really believe in talent. Of course, there are some predispositions that you can say, hey, some of course are more prone to be a good swimmer, biker, runner. In the end, we all have 2 arms and 2 legs and all that. So, and the closer you go actually with those really fantastic athletes, those ones that you think, oh wow, they are the GOATs and all those, the deeper you go into the history, training history and mindset, you can just see from the start on they were different breeds when it comes to the mind and to work ethic. For years and years, they just worked harder, smarter and more consistent than the others. And then people call them talented in the end. So to be honest, talent is something I don't really believe in. So I think before we go into tackling doubts, I think we need to talk a little bit about belief and confidence, because those are different things. Confidence and motivation are both things that are kind of fleeting. They come and go, they ebb and flow. It's a bit like that, but they're not constant. For example, hey, you had a great workout, you're super motivated. Your training is going well in one sport, you're motivated. It's not going well, oh, you're a bit less motivated. Same with confidence. Hey, you had an injury for 3 months, you didn't run, confidence is low. But you had a tremendous training for 3 months, confidence is high. So they come and go, and that's quite normal as well. It doesn't always need to be high, but what needs to be high, at least if you want to achieve something, really go for it. And I think even if you don't really go for it, you should always have high self-belief. And if you don't, you have to work on that, because that's something you have to carry with you throughout your whole life if you really want to get everything out of life. So when we come back to triathlon, which of course this channel is about, and endurance sports in general, the Ironman distance, the long distance, the one I focus on, some say it's up to 70% in the mind. And then you think it's actually fascinating that everybody only talks about training and all that. And of course, a good training plan and being prepared at the start line gives you confidence. But when it really comes down to the dark moments, and really like it can come early, it can come in a swim already, you need to be sure that you tackled your doubts beforehand. So this is something I want to talk about today. How can you fix your doubts? How can you address them? How can you make sure that you're at the start line and your doubts are tackled and you're ready to go?
I know man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
Found a nice spot here. Okay, so since I always did it in steps so far, I think it really helps to kind of rationalize it, especially when you have an emotional state, which is of course when you have your doubts, when you have a low moment, which all of us have. I think it's important to get out of emotion mode and go into rational mode. One way to do this, and a lot of successful people do it in the morning journaling, for example. They write all their brain chatter, whatever it is, in the morning down, and then it's kind of out instead of putting it to your spouse and all, because mostly sometimes you just need to get it out. But when it comes to sports now, for example, let's say you have your triathlon race coming up. One thing, you can use this journaling as well. So I have my little journaling book. I really like that. I write my goals in there. I write all kinds of things in there, and every now and then look in it to see how it's going. But let's have a look at doubts. So we can start with mine. I have no problem with those. The first 3 doubts. Let's get into it. So the first one being the swim.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
So doubt number 1 at the moment, for example, the swim. I did not grow up on a high level with swimming. I always swam quite well, also in high school and all that. And at the moment I would say I'm at a 52-minute level, which is not bad. But as you see in professional sports, you're just wasting energy from the gun if you're losing 2-3 minutes. It is possible. You have to have a superior discipline, one of them. But I want to be making the gap to the front pack. That's really important to me. I mean, Sometimes there will be guys that are swimming like from the highest level, but I want to make sure that I'm in there. So that's a doubt of mine. What can I do? So rationalizing, right? Just thinking, oh, I have my doubts, doesn't help at all. So you need to rationalize it. So for example, what can I do about it? That's the first question you have to ask yourself. What can I do about it? I'm swimming 5-6 times a week. In the past, I tried the swim club thing. I did the 6 times a week, 5 o'clock in the morning with a cup on the head, swimming backstroke, all those different things. I feel like that didn't help me, didn't make me a better swimmer. I feel like I'm moving really well along. I learned a lot when it comes to swimming, that effort means nothing in the water. I'm doing a lot of things on top. For example, each time I'm taking 15-20 minutes before each swim to make sure my mobility is good. I'm doing the activations, I'm doing the swim chords, I'm doing a lot of things for core and all those things that once I'm in the water, I have the best stroke possible. In the end, it comes down to just being consistent with the work. I do video analysis, seeing, because it's such a mechanical sport. At the moment, I feel like I'm doing a really good job, but yeah, I need to keep doing everything possible to be in the front pack. So point number 1, I rationalize it. Am I doing absolutely everything in the moment? Really honest to yourself. Everything in the moment that you tackle that doubt. At the moment, I say yes, so I can tick that off. Number 2, time.
All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
Then doubt number 2, time. What I mean by that, time is, if I would be 25 right now, I think there would be other doubts probably, because most of the people that start young in the sport, they have no backup. I have a skill, I have a backup in a sense, but I'm running out of time. So I have about 8 to 10 years until 40, 42 maximum, I would say. Some stretch that limit a little bit, but I think from peak performance after 40, I think it's just getting more tricky, let's say. Yeah, I would just say. I mean, we'll see how the whole time develops, but yeah, so the time is for sure something on my mind. Hey, for 8 years, do I have enough time to catch up? Because I know I can, but do I have enough time to catch up to the big guys? Because as you can see, endurance sports, there's no magic. I mean, you can have the best training plan, but you just need to be consistent, high volume. You just need to be consistent, high volume, and tick over year by year. And also realistically, I mean, I have my first pro race next year. I want to be as good as possible, but it will take at least, I would say, 3 years for sure on a high level training to be closer to really the top guys on a world championship level. So again, what can I do with time? I mean, I can just make sure that every single day I do the best choices possible. For example, today the best choice possible was changing training plan around. I was pretty tired, a bit more tired than usual, and also with my sleep quality. So we're changing training around, making the best choices on a daily basis. So what does it help me to think about the time and what if? It doesn't help me, so I take it off. And number 3, that's currently on my mind, is finance.
I declare bankruptcy!
Then the third point, finance. That's obviously something in triathlon which is, the sport is not known for having good financial support. Of course, if you're at the top level, 1, 2, 3 in the world, you will have that. But I do have savings, of course, and they will last a bit. But if I commit to a part-time job, right now I have my own firm, my own company with personal training, but I do notice already it has a little impact. I try to go as little hours as possible to make it through, because realistically having a part-time job where I just burn matches, I don't have the time to do that. So I need to get sponsorship, financial sponsorship, as quickly as possible. I have not the goal of getting rich here, but the first goal for finance is in sponsorship and partnership with others is to cover your costs. Nothing else matters. That's the first goal. Cover your life costs, which that enables you to train more, to recover better, which in return will get you better results, will get you better sponsorships, and then you're set. So that's the first goal. Yeah, what can I do about that? I mean, I can make sure that I don't dig too much into my savings. I can make smart choices. I can try to get partners on early, but in the end it comes down to results and training. So no matter how good the YouTube is performing and all those marketing things I talked about in the past, you do need to get results. So Frankfurt in 4 weeks time, European Championship is an important one, just as hopefully Kona, which comes then through that if I do well. And I can just take it step by step, same thing. Okay, so I have those 3 doubts written down. I honestly thought about it, just like going through what you should do as well if you have something like that. Take the 3 big ones you have in your mind, If you have a bad day especially, rationalize it, bring it on paper. So I put those 3 together, for example, and now take them. I looked at them, hey, okay, did I really do everything possible with those things? Is there a reason why those doubts are there? And I said, tick, tick, tick. And maybe I think, okay, there I can do something more to tackle that front, for example. And then that's it. You know what you do next with it? Like this. And you throw it away.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer.
But you throw it away because those doubts are doing absolutely nothing for you except hindering you, wasting your energy. They're useless. The monkey mind wants to keep going and going and flip around in those circles, but you're wasting valuable time and energy to dedicate to your craft. So you really quickly need to get rid of it. The quicker you get at it, I take 5 to 10 minutes if I have really major life things that tackle me, and that it takes a bit longer sometimes. But I'm very good at it by now. I experienced a lot of adversity in my life. That's something that will help me in professional sports as well, I'm sure. Always try to be rational. You need to be having emotion as well, because sometimes that pain of the emotion really can drive you forward. But make sure, put it on paper, write it down, think about, hey, am I doing absolutely everything possible? And if not, what can I do? Write it down, make a plan, take the thing, put it away. Useless doubts, no time for those things. That's how you can tackle your goals. That's how I approach it. I'm excited for my journey, and I have the belief that I can do really well. Otherwise, I wouldn't have quit my job and left everything behind that I built. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have the belief that I can run a 2:30 marathon or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I need to be swimming 48, 49 minutes with a wetsuit, without wetsuit in Kona, maybe as well. I want to go there. Bike 330, 340 watts. That's for me something good, 340 maybe. And then run a 235, 230 off. That's just the level is. That's why I have the doubt of time, because I have no doubt that I can do it, but I have the doubt that it will take time, and maybe it takes more time than I have. But like I said, I can't influence that right now, except do everything possible and be in touch with my coach and make the best choices. Super happy with my coach Tim Brazer. Really has an open mind as well to different pathways for the sport, because I'm curious what I can do. Anyways, that's it for this week. Beautiful sun. I'm gonna have a coffee now, relax, and chat soon. Bye bye. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can really help me out if you like and subscribe, push your notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, and I see you in the next video.